Hello, viewers, welcome to Uncover, and I'm so glad that you're on this platform. Even on this episode, you are joining us, and all you have to do, let us just be interactive. That's all we need from you. Simply comment and share your thoughts on what will be discussed, and also share with as many people as possible, so that we let the news go on. On this particular program, we make sure that we bring issues that are real, issues that concern you, and like I said, issues that concern those around you, so that we can grow in our day-to-day lives. That is the whole essence of this program. We get to uncover on issues that maybe you'd not really hear of regularly, things that are not really spoken of, and we get to uncover. And to join me is Mr. Mundia, who also helps us to break down on this topic so that you are given that much needed information. So thank you for joining me on today's edition. Today we'll be talking about languages, right? Yeah, we'll be discussing on languages, and our topic of discussion generally is there is no good language. Mr. Mundia, you're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, there's no good language.
There's no good language.
Yeah.
English should be the good one.
I don't think so. I used to think. Yeah, I used to think that English is the best.
You used to think that way.
Yeah.
All right, so there's no good language.
Yeah.
What really do we mean by this?
There's that kind of thinking that English is the best, like the one which sounds the best in the ear.
It sounds so nice. It sounds so sweet.
So sweet. So what? It's not true.
Okay.
It's just because you speak it and you understand it. That's why it sounds good. Yeah. Otherwise, all the languages sound good. But now to the world where many people speak different languages like that. Yeah. So now we have to accept other languages. Yeah, but what reason do we have to end up learning other people's languages, but not learning that other language, not interested to that, things like that. So there are reasons I would say people are just interested to learn the language of the one who is economically fine.
Okay.
The one who seems to be sharp. But because normally just like what we say that man is very successful. What do we mean? We think he got money, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So people who are somehow we look at them, they are sharp because of the money they have.
Because of the money they have.
Yeah. So that's why we're interested to learn their language. Also, just like you see Europeans, they went around the world to colonize many countries. You see, like French, English, France, England, Portugal, Spain. Those guys are the one who colonized the world. Yeah, the four guys. These four guys. Yeah. So last time I went to Angola. Yeah, I found that in Angola, almost every place, even their cities, where in Zambia we're even better. Yeah. In Zambia, you'll see that most of our cities are named using our languages. Like for example, Lusaka. It's from Lusaka, like that. Okay. The former king, whatever chief for Solis. Yeah. Then we have Kabwe. They're all our names. We have Ndola, Chirabombwe, Kitwe. They're all our names. Then Chipata, Mongu, Senanga, Sesheke. I would say maybe the only city in Zambia which is in English is Livingstone. The rest are just in our name, in our Choma, Mazabuk.
Yes,
all of
true.
them are in our.
I'm not really paying attention to that.
Yeah, they're all in our languages. Yeah, but Angola is crazy. Most of them, they are in the. Even the roads are in Portuguese.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So then when we went for a meeting. So now we're translating from English to
from Portuguese to English.
The Portuguese. I was like, oh my God.
It was something else.
It was something else very, very. It sounds very bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
by bad you mean?
Like it's disturbing the ears, kind of. Yeah. So I was wondering, why do they have to speak this language here in Angola?
And it's okay for them since
It's okay, they're used it.
That's the
Yeah.
official language.
Yeah, that's the official language, yeah. So it's okay for them. So I was just wondering, why did these people, how could they get forced to speak this language? There must be reasons. Do you understand? Of course, they were forced by the colonizers using guns, using money, using Bible, whatever, and finish them like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and also they looked at them as the people who have the brains. Yeah. So that's why they ended up to speak their language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned Angola. I think it's also the same in majority of the African countries, Zambia inclusive.
Yes.
We have so very much embraced English to a point we feel it is the best language.
Yeah. 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 Because there are some guys who can just tune themselves to sound like he's from England.
Yes, that's possible.
Yeah. So they because we made a very big mistake, like in Africa. Anyway, we're not interested in education initially. Yeah, even today we're not interested, because you see that we don't have people who are doing research about our country, about what we have, about our people, a lot of things. No, do you understand? Yeah. So if you look at English, yes, sounds good, because already they have gone to America, Canada, Australia, many countries where all the money is coming from. So we have to speak the language. Yeah, yeah. So, but it's them who did put a lot of effort to make sure that their language is spoken. It's not easy to make people to speak your language.
To speak your language.
Especially to make the word. It's not easy. That's why even British, they call themselves the Might Britain.
Yeah.
Yes, they call themselves the Might, because it's not easy
to get people to that place. Now I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it really. Let's bring it back home, and typically to our homes, because I can't count how many times a child is whipped because they're speaking vernacular. In majority of these homes, why is my child speaking Nyanja? You beat.
Yeah.
You only speak English
Yeah.
in my house.
Yeah.
That kind of mindset, and you usually say, yeah, if my child is speaking Nyanja, they'll think I'm broke. Perhaps they'll
Yes,
think
yeah.
my child doesn't go to school.
Yes.
So
Okay.
they need to speak English.
No, even you yourself, you're not educated. That's got to look at you.
Yes, and usually it's the people who are not even educated that take offense when a child is
Yes,
speaking Nyanja.
yes.
Kamba na Chinyanja,
And when you go to the mall, he's not crying for the chicken, but he's crying for the nkuku.
Well, you see, we're laughing. But it is normal. Yeah. So how...
Atinifuna nkuku.
And parents take offense, guardians take offense when a child is speaking that same nifuna nkuku. No, you say I want chicken. Say I want chicken.
Yes,
Don't say
I
that.
want chicken. Not nkuku.
Not in nkuku, don't say it.
You're embarrassing me. Yeah, so it's a big problem, and we are losing the language. You find that today your age is beating your child that you should not say nkuku. So now, what about your child? Even the kuku will never be there. They wait, because after one generation to another generation, our languages are going. I'm telling you. Yeah. So we're supposed to have that research to research our, but we don't have. Because if you dig out somebody who died 500 or 1,000 years ago from Britain, a British man, you find that he didn't even know what is tsunami. Because words keep on coming into a language, and then you familiarize it with the people. They come to understand it. It's just like that. Just like in Chinese they say Coca-Cola. In English we say Coca-Cola, right? But in Chinese they call it what? Coca-Cola.
Oh, there's a difference.
Yeah, there's a Coca-Cola. So if you dig a Chinese who died 1,000 years ago, he will never know what is Coca-Cola.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to him.
It makes sense.
He never heard of it. Yeah. So even them, they are. You, my friend, if you want really to make sure that your language is respected and to be spoken by people, just make yourself okay financially and be smart. Chinese sounds very funny, but to me now it doesn't sound funny because I speak the language. Yeah, but you, if you listen to Chinese, you won't even know where is the word, where the sentence. It's just like to get everything.
Yes.
Do you understand? Yes. Yeah. So the time I went to China in 1999, in my class we were just about 8 or 10. Yeah, 8 or 10 learning Chinese. But today that class we call it a beginning class. But today that beginning class they have like maybe 6 to 8, like A, B, C, D up to 8.
Up to 8. Okay.
Yeah. So and every class is about maybe 20 or 25 students. Yeah.
Wow.
So you see, many people want to learn the language. Why do they want to learn the language? Because Chinese have gone everywhere. They are needed.
That is true.
Do you understand that? So they are needed. So when you are needed, people they want to learn your language. Once you are not needed, your language is a crap. Yeah, just like that.
Wow. That is really true.
Yes.
To see how people are really learning the Chinese language, it is something. Now, do you think it is, you mentioned going to China and learning the language, and you managed to learn it to a point where you speak it frequently.
Yeah.
And there are people in this country that can't speak their languages fluently, even though they've been learning that language in school. So I'm trying to see the intentional, the force and I'm trying to find the right, but the intentions behind this. You stay in the class for how long?
For a year.
For a year, and you're able to speak the language.
Very much.
And then there are people who've grown up in the country and are unable to speak their language. This is really bothering.
Interesting. Because also you look at the languages, the language are not important. There's something I'm talking about. They're not important.
Sure, I can take me
Yeah, because if I speak Lozi only, I don't speak English, I don't speak Chinese, I want to speak Lozi. Lozi cannot make me make money.
That's true.
Do you understand? If I want to speak Nyanja, I don't speak English, I don't speak Chinese, I don't speak whatever other languages. Nyanja cannot make me make money. It's a language that cannot make money. So I don't need it, or it's not important.
So it will only become important if Zambia becomes useful.
Very good. As long as it's not useful, there's no need to learn. For what? Because even when you come to their country, they want to look at you as the one who's bringing money. So if they are like this, that you are the one who's bringing money, why should you speak their language?
Oh, so this is why we have some Indians and Chinese that come and learn vernacular because they're doing business.
Yes, yeah.
That too is a bonus.
Yeah, especially Indians that have been here for a long time. Sometimes actually I wonder Indians have been here for more than 100 years, but Zambians are not interested to speak their language.
Oh.
But Chinese, they just came recently. They even have a school at University of Zambia there, which teaches Chinese.
It could be because of the value that the Indians bring as compared to the value the Chinese
I think
bring.
so. That's the same thing. Yeah, because Chinese, they are bringing value, some big things. Indians are bringing shops.
If somebody goes to study from China, there's a lot of qualifications
Yes,
there.
yeah,
They'll
yeah.
come back. Yeah, the people who go to India to study, but it's not as frequent and as valuable as it is when people go to study from China.
And also, I think, I think another reason is Indians were colonized by Britain.
Okay.
They speak English.
Okay.
Do you understand? So we have a common language, which is English.
English.
So Chinese is nothing.
That is true. All right. So
Yeah. You see like language. As long as you do great things, people will learn your language. Can you imagine like Britain? Maybe they came 100 of them from Britain to Zambia, but they made millions of Zambians to speak their language.
all of the Zambians.
All of the Zambians, yeah. Because we saw that the British was bringing some, and they just saw that why should we learn this guy's language? It's not necessary, and we don't have vocabulary. Do you understand? Because even if we say today that let's put chemistry, mathematics in our language, we can't because no
It's
vocabulary.
impossible. Yes, yes, it's really limited.
There's no vocabulary. Our language is very shallow. So you see, many people, we have these people like this. And my dear, do not language, my friend. Language is the serious art. Language. Once you don't understand language, then it's very difficult for you to learn many things, even to think properly. Why animals, they don't think properly? Because there's no deep language. Do you understand? Human being, the language is deep. the art is deep. That's why they think a lot of things. Yeah. So there are some people like this. They don't speak Nyanja very well. They don't speak them very well. They don't speak Rose very well. They don't speak English. Everything is super surface.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you expect those people to be smart?
You're not good at anything.
No. Language, you should, whether you speak one language or two languages, you should be very deep in one of the languages. That's why we say that even in chemistry, there's a chemistry language. There's a religious language. There is a medical language. There is a what language? Finance language, correct?
Yeah.
Language is very important. Yeah. But as I said, there's no good language. Every language is good as long as it's spoken by
the rich man.
By the rich man.
That's the best way we can put it.
Yes.
All right, Musamdia, this has been quite beautiful. And I think I'm at a place where I'm now trying to learn languages. You know? I'm really at that place where I want to learn
Like
the
which
most
language?
important languages.
Like Chinese.
Yes, at least Chinese, if you're able to speak. I don't know about French.
French no need.
And
How many-
you know, it's a language that we grew up learning in schools.
but it's not useful. But how many French people have you met in this country?
Yeah, very few.
Zero. Me, I've never met one.
That is true.
So why should I learn the language? For what? To talk to who? Do I want to go to France? Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So I think it's an interest people should take, right? To learn and not really make one language look like the special one. Because there's really no language that is special.
No, there's no language special.
Okay.
Yeah, every language is the one who makes it special is the one who brings the money.
That is interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so this is actually where we end the program. Thank you so much, like usual, for unpacking your knowledge on this platform.
Thank you so much, and see you next time.
Definitely see you next time. Continue subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you are watching the program right now and you've not subscribed, just do that immediately. Simply go subscribe and then hit the notification bell and make sure that you are notified every time we upload any of our content. So make sure you click on the all button and it is done. Also, go on Facebook, go and follow and then also like. That is Walanda Studios on Facebook. Be so glad to see that you're doing that. Then the third thing you should do is share with as many people as possible. Share and invite many people to follow and like this particular page. It is as simple as that, even as you comment and share your thoughts on whatever is discussed on each and every episode of Uncover. My name is Modifa. Join me again next time. Bye-bye.